Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me at least. Over here on February break, and yeah, my hair's dark. I dyed it. It's not exactly what I expected, but hey, it's hair. So today we're looking at notes for 4-7. I hope you guys are all having a good break. And the notes today are on consecutive integer word problems. So we're moving on to equation word problems, right, as per our last lesson. So we're going to continue with that. Just different kinds of word problems. So, two main keywords here that we need to talk about: consecutive and integers. Consecutive, so like in a normal year, I would say that you're in school for 5 consecutive days. Well, this year, you're in school for only 2 consecutive days, maybe. So, consecutive simply just means in a row. A row isn't a in a row, or you're looking at one after the other. Boom. So consecutive, right? In a normal year, you usually come to school 5 days in a row: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This year, you might be only coming to school for 2 or maybe 3 days in a row. Uh, Next would be integers. That was our first unit. That was all about our first unit there when we were dealing with integers. Integers are just simply positive and negative. Positive and negative. Keyword here being whole numbers, meaning that there's no decimals, no fractions, nothing like that. It does also include zero. And the reason I feel like we need to say that is because when you're talking about positive and negative, zero is neither, right? Zero doesn't have a positive or a negative, it's just zero. So it's important to say that zero is included in that. So some examples of those consecutive integers. A little out of breath this morning. So consecutive being numbers in a row, one after the other, positive and negative whole numbers. So an example of consecutive integers would be like 1, 2, and 3. Those are consecutive. I'm going to abbreviate consecutive with SCON. Those are consecutive positive integers, right? 1, 2, 3, one after the other. You could also look at consecutive negative integers, something like -5, -4, -3, right? Those would be consecutive negative. Eventually, these problems are going to start to talk about things like positive and even consecutive numbers, and that's going to be a bit of a difference too. If you look at the numbers 2, 4, and 6, these are consecutive even integers, right? 2, 4, 6, skipping those odd numbers in between. And then last but not least, we'll just do some example of odd integers, which could be -3, -1, and 1. I had to think about that for a sec. My mind wanted to put 0 down, but that wouldn't work because 0 is even. So these are consecutive odd. Okay, so those are the that's the important pieces that we need to know. Our examples are going to have these kind of words in them, and we're going to need to use them. One last thing, just keep in mind that all of your expressions must have variables in them. That's why we're doing this, so we can make and solve equations.